such a force of nature. I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your perm at. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Now this will make it into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Play action. It's Ryan. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. Our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say they'd get tested on play number 1. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots. But that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Nice gain there by the second-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control the game with his running.
Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. This is caught by Ginn. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jimmy Graham. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. From the shotgun, Ryan. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through a 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it, he can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down.
A 9-yard loss.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
On to punt for the Bears.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's fielded at the 45. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a handoff for Gurley. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan, his second touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now Ryan. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
First and 10. At their own 30.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago.
Complete.
Ted Ginn. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have once again taken the lead.
Lining up for the extra.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
14. Falcons 12.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action. Ryan rolling to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. He's got a man, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Lining up for the
pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right? Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that.
It got his man complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43.
42 yards on the play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
The ball carrier.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
At the Falcons' 35-yard line.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
That catch good for only a couple.
At the 22-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as they have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
It's 2nd and inches at the 32-yard line.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That's a
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Fielded at the 20. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return, and the Bears take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. Again has it complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. They'll roll him out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive? Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The 50-yard line.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Trubisky. He'll let this go for the end zone. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears. Touchdown.
Anthony Miller. Touchdown.
Anthony Miller. 50 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability.
The kick is good.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, Ryan. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Koo now for the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Bears 31. Falcons 20.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it first and 10. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Sterling Hawkrichter is a kickoff for the Falcons.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. This one into the hands of Ginn out wide. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Trubisky now off the bootleg. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. They go play action with Ryan. Eluded, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Third and long, it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. Quick throw from Ryan here to Ridley. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Second and
ball at the 26, second and 7. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
A gain of 3, second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Ryan. He completes it to Jones. Touchdown, Falcons! Matt Ryan now with 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown.
And that third counter there gives them the lead.
And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
32, Bears 31.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Tariq Cohen.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Ball carrier. He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A 5-yard.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth.
Eddie Pinheiro for the Bears field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the fourth.
32.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup.
They go play action now. Ryan
24-yard line.
escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. This is caught, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the fourth. And the lead is up to 5.
Good. Makes the score Falcons 39, Bears 34.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, but it's going to be second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10. Once again from the 28. His throw incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
A gain of 18.
18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Now Trubisky on 1st down. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Robinson.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I would think that by now people are done underestimating Tariq Cohen because of his stature when they see him at about 5'6", 5'7". But he can do it all. He can run inside, run to the perimeter, but he also catches the ball really well out of the backfield. He had more receptions than carries last season. He kind of looks like Darren Sproles, who's been his inspiration as an NFL player. In 2018, Tariq Cohen was a Pro Bowler as well.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the Falcons' 24-yard line.
Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Taken down at the 19.
Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Score Bears 40. Falcons.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
First and 10.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens, things fall up, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They go play action with Trubisky. Going to throw deep for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Is good. Makes the score Bears 47, Falcons 39.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. Third down here.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And all the way down to the 37. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop them with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Complete to Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
At the 22-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Julio Jones once again the intended target. And now it's second down. Here's Ryan. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And Trubisky down to a knee, and that is all she wrote.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line. Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to...
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. I'm in the whole half.